guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing this very warm fall makeup look. This was more of a chatty get ready with me sort of video because I haven't done one in a while. As you can see, I did not feel like getting ready today. This is like day 3 hair. I just don't care. I got some new shadows in the mail from Makeup Geek and I'm using them today in this video. These are just some of the shades. There's a few other ones that I have too. They are amazing. Makeup Geek is my favorite eyeshadow brand, and not only just because of the quality but because they're also very reasonably priced. If you do purchase Makeup Geek through the links that I provide below, I do get compensated from that. So if you're uncomfortable with that, feel free to shop their website without clicking on the link. But if you click the link, I will get compensated. If you feel the need to do that, thank you very much. If not, whatever. So I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe and let's get into it. What do I want to start with? So I'm going to try to use all Makeup Geek in this video because 1, they're affordable, 2, I got a plethora of new shades, and 3, they're my favorite. So let's just do it. So the first shade I'm going to use is this guy right here. This is Bake Sale from Makeup Geek. I'm applying it with an E40 from Sigma, all up in here. In the crease. I kind of like go all over the eye, honestly. I just don't go above the crease because I don't want to get any up on the brow bone area. This color reminds me of Birkin from Anastasia, which is one of my favorite shades ever. And then I'm going to take that same shade just on the belly of the brush, so like on the flat side of the brush rather than the tip. I'm just gonna sweep it across the eyelid so it's like one solid shade of brown. Okay, next I want to start building up color slowly. So I'm going to use a lot of shadows, but I am doing that so that it slowly builds up the color. It's going to look like you have just like a nice gradual fade. You won't be able to differentiate what the different colors are and stuff like that. So I'm going to use Tan Lines from Makeup Geek. It's just a little bit warmer. You can see them here. This was the first one that I used and this is the second. And then I'll probably be going into this one and then to this one. So you can see they're all very similar and in the same color range, but they just very slowly get darker. So with this color, I'm using the E35 brush. It is a little bit smaller than the E40, as you can see. So I like doing this one first because it is so just like fluffy and it can go everywhere, where this is just a little bit more precise but still fluffy. And again, when I approach my shadows, I approach from above as much as possible. So I'm not going in like this and trying to blend it around like a pencil. I'm kind of bringing it like so and coming from there, and I'm even tilting my head this way. So it's not like I'm like this, trying to go in and do like that and squinting my eye. I'm coming from around, tilting my head so I can see everything, looking down into my mirror, and then I'm blending. And this color reminds me a lot of the shade Camel. It's either Camel or Toast, because they're from Bobbi Brown and they're very freaking expensive. But those two shades are very similar to this one. Camel is a little bit more orange and Toast isn't as orange, so I feel like this is like a mixture of those two colors. Very pretty. So I'm bringing it a little in the inner part, in the crease, and then on the outer part of the lid. On this side, I cross over my chest with my elbow. I know that sounds weird. And then I approach from the top over here. So if you are having issues with like how to do it on this side, let me unzoom you so you can like see what I'm talking about. I take it like this and then I approach it this way and then I buff it, just in case you wanted to know. So already we're starting to get that fade. So next I'm gonna go into, this is the color Sidekick from Makeup Geek. So in the line up, you can see, I should just switch these here. I should switch these two shadows in the row, but this is Sidekick and you can see it compared to these two shades that we already used. So I'm going to use the same E35 brush, and this color has a little bit more reddish orange in it. I'm going to focus this mainly on the outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of pounce it right there. And then once I've really packed on some of the color, I'm going to kind of fade it inwards. and circles and whatnot. Now I'm finally gonna take that Finally, I'm going to take that last shade right there. That is the deepest. This is called Cabin Fever. It's like a very pretty, rich, warm brown. I'm gonna use this E25 brush. I'm kind of just packing this on here, almost like flat, like on the belly of the brush a little bit, and almost, I'm trying to create the illusion of like a big lid, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it. I'm gonna use this Crown C501 brush just to dust away all of the fallout. As you can see, it just goes away. Now I'm just gonna buff out those edges with whatever is left on this E35 brush. Just very lightly, and I'm holding pretty far back on my brush because I don't want to like deposit a bunch of color. I'm just trying to buff out what's already here. I was gonna use All Makeup Geek for this, but I'm gonna use one shade that isn't. This is Shroom from MAC. It's this color right here. It's like a light, like white highlight color. I don't have one from Makeup Geek that I like love, so this will be perfect. Use whatever you want. And I'm just gonna highlight this brow bone area here. Next, I'm gonna take this color. This is called Early Bird. It reminds me a lot of Chickadee, but it's like almost a little bit more mustardy than Chickadee is. So I'm gonna take it on the E40 brush, and I'm gonna buff it all over the lid actually, just like this. Here, and up in the crease, and just kind of like airwear. What you growling about? Can you not? Next, I'm gonna take Americano from Makeup Geek. This came out last year, so it's not a part of this year's new matte shades, but I'm gonna take that on, I think like a pencil brush. Yeah, I'm gonna use a pencil brush to apply this one. I'm kind of gonna turn this completely sideways and kind of flick it up from the lash line. And then I'm taking a little bit of that Cabin Fever and kind of buffing it into this on the edges so that it can fade really nicely. Stop growling at me! I'm really placing that Cabin Fever shade here, and then Americano here. So they just fade together, and it's like... And now I'm just adding some black. This is Corrupt for Makeup Geek. I just want this to be even darker here in the outer corner. So I'm just adding this very slightly to the outer corners. This is totally optional because that Americano shade is pretty darn dark. But I just wanted it to be just a little bit darker. Alright, so I applied the eyeliner and then I put on these lashes. I don't know what lashes these are. I think they're from Velour Lashes, but for a minute there I thought that they were the Sophia lashes, but they're definitely not because I have those somewhere else. So I don't know what these lashes are, but they're amazing. I'm gonna zoom out so you can see what I do on my face here without being like all up in my grill. I'm gonna use the Make Up Forever Step 1 mattifying primer because I get oily throughout the day like crazy, and even though it's like 4 o'clock right now, I don't care. I usually work pretty quick with this because it dries pretty fast. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. The cap just went flying and I'm too lazy to go get it. So I'm going to apply this. Oop, that's a lot. I'm going to apply this with my Beauty Blender because I haven't used a Beauty Blender in forever. I think it's a little light. I'm going to add some of this Laguna Liquid Bronzer to this so that it isn't so light. There we go. Am I the only one on YouTube that doesn't like a beauty blender? For concealer, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Cream Concealer, whatever this is called. To blend this out, I'm using the Crown C517 brush. This is like the best under eye concealer brush ever. I love it so much. I can like stipple it in like this. I can buff it out like this. I kind of do a little bit of both. I do the stippling in and then lightly kind of feather it. Oh, it's the best. I feel like the Kat Von D loose powder has been making me look kind of cakey. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I like the Laura Mercier one better, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. It looks like this. And I'm using the Crown C500 brush to apply this bronzer on my face. And I'm adding this because I look pale AF today. Now I'm gonna contour. I'm gonna use the center shade here from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and start contouring. I'm using the 109 brush from MAC to do this. I do the middle shade and I almost bring it up into my cheek as if it were blush. And then I take the deeper shade, just a little bit, and kind of just touch it in the very back and buff it in. I'm gonna go in with my blush. This is Gilda from NARS. It's like a peachy pink shade. I'm gonna apply that with this 168 brush from MAC. It is very pigmented. Oh shit. Oh shit. For my highlight, I'm gonna go into the Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighting palette, and I haven't even tried this yet because I lost it and I had no idea where it went. And now I found it. So let's see what this lightest shade is gonna look like. Yes, I think I'm gonna go in with this lightest shade here. This is called Night Light, this shade here. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush to apply this. I'm gonna put it right on the cheekbone. Ooh, very, very pretty. This color looks like Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop mixed together from Jaclyn Hill and Becca. That is what this color looks like to me. My neighbor's about to start mowing their lawn, which conveniently happens every single time I film a video. I swear, I always... Anyways, sorry if it starts going and whatever. I'm gonna take that Cabin Fever shade right there and line it really close under the eyes with my brush once I find it. Putting it right up close here. This is a really, really pretty shade. I love it. And then before I even start going in and blending that out, I'm gonna use this eyeliner. It's from Ardency Inn. It is brown. I wonder if it has like an actual color name. Smooth Red. Oh, it's in the color Coffee. So I'm gonna put that in the waterline. It's like a very deep, rich, not even rich, just like a very deep ashy brown actually. And then before I do the other eye, I'm going to buff that into the color that we put down first, so that they start to kind of blend together and fade. You know, ooh, that is very like super smoky. I like. Now I'm gonna use my FX7 brush. This is from Sigma. It is my favorite brush for this step. It's very like short and stiff and domed shaped. I'm gonna take this color, it's Sidekick. I'm basically just gonna go right on top of that color because if I go underneath, this is gonna start to carry down a little too far. And I'm still gonna add another color even after this. So pretty much going like right here. Right here. And I'm gonna start wiggling all the way to the inner corner, to the outer. Buffity buff, buff, buff. I'm gonna use just a touch of this Early Bird shade and go right underneath that. Just a hint so that it kind of ties everything together. Kind of gives it that more like orangey look to it. And then you could leave it there, but I'm just like very picky with my eyeshadows. I'm gonna take that first shade, this one here called Bake Sale. That brush here, I'm going to very lightly feather it right on the edge. So I'm gonna hold my brush down here so that it doesn't apply too much color. And just boop-de-doop, fade it. My favorite part next is to add some mascara to the bottom lashes because it completes the eye look totally. And especially when you have on hella false lashes, it just completes it and makes everything kind of blend together. What color do I want to do? What color do I want to do? I'm in the middle of filming this like chatty get ready with me video because I haven't done one in forever and I don't know what lip to do. It's pretty basic browns, but I don't know. For my lips, I'm gonna first take Soft Brown from NYX. It's the most similar shade I have to the lip color that I want to wear, so I'm gonna fill in my lips just mainly on the edges and then feather it inwards. I've never used this color before. This is the Kathleen Lights Miami Fever liquid lipstick from Ofra Cosmetics. It's kind of like an orangey brown, so I think it would look really good with this eye and everything, so we'll see what this looks like. That is such a cool color. I have never worn this before and it's been out for a long time and I've had it for a while. I've just never used it. Isn't that so cool? I love this color. Alright, that's it. I hope you guys liked this look and liked this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button because then I'll do more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already because that will just notify you whenever I post a new video. And with Halloween coming, you're going to want to make sure you subscribe because I come out with a plethora of different makeup tutorials for the Halloween season and you don't want to miss out. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see next down below in the comments and I'll see you later.